Welcome to Manage to Engage, the podcast from clearandopen.com. Dedicated to the evolution of you, because businesses grow when people do. Serving leaders, managers, and people who will be, helping you reach excellence in your work and achieve your personal goals at the same time. Sign up for the free course at clearandopen.com. This is a tough one. Stress is a thought. Stress cannot exist without thinking. Stress is manufactured. Now that's a really high bar to be able to actually live that, but it's the orientation I'd invite you to have. Hi, it's Joseph, and thanks for tuning in to Manage to Engage, the podcast from clearandopen.com. In the last episode, we discussed how through our choices, we create our own empowerment. This can be hard to realize, but it's always true. However, it isn't easy. It can require tremendous self-management to, in the briefest moment, overcome your conditioned tendencies, those are our default reactions, and consciously choose to do something different, instead of just reacting the way you always have. To continue our series on letting reality win, we discuss the techniques you can use to slow yourself down and give yourself that opportunity to take control and be your authentic self. I offer weekly member webcasts and teach live courses on clearandopen.com because I believe with the right tools, anyone can eliminate the people, money, and time problems holding them back in business. And I share parts of these webcasts and courses on this show because I want to help you too. If you're enjoying the show and learning from it, I'd love your feedback. If you're listening to the show on an Apple device, all you have to do is open up the podcast app, click the cover art, and click the link to leave a rating and review for the show. I'd appreciate it very much. Thanks so much for listening. On with the show.
Does it make sense or not? I mean, it seems like my shadow is more prominent when I'm stressed, exhausted, all of these things different hard things going on in life. I feel like, oh, well, in another group I'm involved with, they call them you call it the fuckets. and the fuckets can be very, very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
In this other group I'm in. So it could kill you.
Yes.
It just seems like it's an uphill battle when I'm worn out. I just don't want to do it, or part of me doesn't want to do it, or my shadow really takes control or something.
Mm-hmm. That's when baby steps can be really helpful. What's the thing you don't want to do? And can you do 1/64th of that?
Yeah.
Can you break it down into something that is doable? And so that's an easy one. The hard one, related to what you said, I'll just throw out here just as a frame. This is a tough one. Stress is a thought. Stress cannot exist without thinking. Stress is manufactured. Now that's a really high bar to be able to actually live that, but it's the orientation I'd invite you to have.
I got some unpleasant news on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it ruined my weekend, but it ruined my night. But I think it would have still be ruining my week. So I was able to manage it better.
Okay. Managing it better is great. I've told the story about the Zen master in the village and the things that happened. I don't know what to call that story. Stop me if I've told this before. But a Zen master lives in a little fishing village by the sea. One day, his horse runs away, and all the other villagers say, "I'll tell it for a second anyway, just for those who haven't heard it." And all the villagers say, "Oh, your horse ran away. That's terrible." And he says, "Maybe." A couple of days later, the horse comes back with another horse, and now he has two horses. And all the villagers say, "Wow, now you've got two horses. Your horse came back, and you got an extra horse. That's awesome." And he says, "Maybe." And then his son, who's trying to break in the new horse, falls off of it and breaks his leg. And they go, "Oh no, your son's broken his leg. That's terrible." He says, "Maybe." And then the government officials come around conscripting people for the war. And because his son has a broken leg, they pass over him and he doesn't go to the war. And all the villagers say, "Your son didn't have to go to war. That's incredible." And he said, maybe. And so on and so on and so on. There's a way of orienting toward life where you're hooked in. It's the same aspect of us that does instant gratification that relates to whatever the content experience is right now is somehow a direct impact on our state of being. It's easy to look and go, well, historically, that's what happens, right? I'm watching a boring movie, I'm bored. I'm watching a really good movie, I'm engaged, right? I'm having sex, I'm having a great time. Someone's breaking up with me, I'm not having a great time. I'm getting fired, I'm not having a great time. I'm getting hired, I'm excited. It's like we just connect it like that in this really immediate way. But if you really look at it and you slow down the videotape of that, ask yourself, is that really how it happens? Is that really how it happens? I'm eating chocolate. Yay. I'm eating broccoli. Right? Is that really how it happens? If you look, you'll see that between the content experience and your state of being, all sorts of stuff happens, including a whole bunch of thinking that is largely unconscious. So see if you can start to notice, driving is a really good example, right? You can be driving and you're totally enjoying the drive, but suddenly there's some jerk in front of you, in quotes, going 35 miles an hour in a 45, and they're ruining your day. They're ruining your day. They're ruining your drive. This is a terrible thing that's happening, right? What happened? What happened? All that happened is you're not able to go as fast as you want. Now, how did you make that ruin your day? How did you do that? Really look. And that takes some attention. Oh, how do I do it? No, my drive is now, I'm frustrated. How am I doing that? Well, it's this driver. He's only driving 35 and a 45. He should be driving faster. Yeah. But how am I making myself miserable with that information? How does that work? And really look, because you got to see the dynamic. Until you can see the dynamic, you are the dynamic, you see? The reason you're suffering in that moment is because you have become the frustration of how you think he should be driving faster. You've become that, which is another way of saying you have some thoughts about how reality should be and you believe them. So you have the thought, you believe it, then you become it. Now you are it. You are frustration. Now you need some chocolate to make the frustration go away. You see how insane that is? And it all happens this fast. Mm-hmm. Boom. And to undo that, you got to slow down. But that's the loop most people are in, right? They're a victim to circumstance. This is making me feel this way. I got this news and now it's making me feel this way. And now I need to do something to make myself feel better. Because the outer thing made me feel bad. Well, then I need another outer thing to make me feel better. That's just logic.
Well, I think there's another step in between those two, and that's, well, I'm going to control the situation.
Yes. Thanks for listening to Manage to Engage, the Clear and Open podcast. Join us next week when you'll be a little bit closer to who you're destined to be. Until then, know that Clear and Open is dedicated to the evolution of you because businesses grow when people do. Be sure to visit clearandopen.com for the latest tools, articles, and free resources to help you on your journey. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.